I have a problem. I'm going on a trip and I need to go from this to this. Let's see how this goes. This is actually so satisfying. What am I doing this for? Should have done this better, but. In the past 3 years, we have traveled to many different countries with very different climates, and we have tried out a variety of packing styles. We started off with 2 40-liter backpacks, then we added some more backpacks, then we tried a shared check-in suitcase, and now it's finally time to try some hard-shell carry-ons. So on our most recent trips, we've been checking this suitcase. And although checking a bag does come with some perks, I'll admit that, things like having bigger liquids, being able to take hair cutting scissors, things like that. But we found that the cons definitely outweigh the pros. One of our biggest things is just having to always stand in line to actually check a bag and wait on the other side. Not to mention just being worried that your checked bag is actually gonna be lost because you have to check it in. And really the number one reason we are just not doing this for Asia is because this bag gets so heavy to hold as one person. When you're walking down the street, it's just very annoying to have one of us have to take turns carrying this whole bag with pretty much all the weight. And it just gets really cumbersome, especially on a lot of like cobblestone streets. So we decided this is not the best option for our next trip. But that means we need to cut things down a little bit. So we both got new carry-ons from level 8. Look at these cuties. I'm so excited to try these out. Eric's is the luminous textured 20-inch carry-on, and mine is the Voyager 20-inch carry-on. And yes, of course I got it in yellow because that's my favorite color and it's the best. And Eric's is just navy because he's boring like that. Look how pretty this thing is. Very excited to try these out. Let's get packing. So, step 1, I need to empty this whole thing out and then organize it to decide what we're taking with us and what I'm not taking with us. Let's just go like this. So my plan right now is to go through all of this and put everything into this basket that I for sure won't be needing on this trip, and then just leaving everything that I might want to take out here. So that's just easier to sort through exactly what I can actually fit in my bag after. Well, that was actually a lot faster than I thought it was gonna be. It's as if I've done this before. So now it's already time to just put all the clothes into my packing cubes and then see how they fit in this bad boy. Ooh, so pretty. This bag is so nice. It has all these lovely compartments, so you can seal off both areas. Oh, and the main reason I chose this bag instead of the one Eric had is for this amazing feature. Look at this handle. I've never seen this on a carry-on before. It has the wide handles. So when you look at the inside, there's none of the bars here like you normally have in a suitcase along the middle that takes up space. So mine actually has 3 more liters of space than Eric's just because of that feature. So that's pretty amazing. The only downside I could see of this is if you're used to putting, say, a backpack or something attached to here while you wheel it around the airport. You know how some of those backpacks have like the handle slip? It wouldn't work with a bag like this, but I don't know. To me, the extra 3 liters is definitely worth that. If you're liking the look of these suitcases, make sure you check out Level 8's website because they have a lot of other designs, sets, and some really great colors on there. And they even gave us a discount code for you to use, so make sure you use the link in our description or the code EricandSarah10 to get 10% off any suitcases you purchase. Okay, let's do this. Whew. Packing in theory always makes me so nervous because it's like, oh man, I gotta wrap my head around everything I need to do. But at the same time, it's always really exciting because it's like, oh, we're that close to leaving that I'm at the packing stage, you know? That's gonna be an optional pair of sandals goes in there. So one way I'm saving space on this trip is just bringing all really thin t-shirts because I've heard it's just super hot and humid in Asia, of course. So I'm just trying to avoid anything that's really thick material because it's gonna be too sweaty to wear anyways. So I might as well just pack really thin things. That's a great way to actually save space, is just having really thin and light material. If you're curious what we actually pack in each bag for a trip, we do have other videos about that specifically, so I'm not gonna go into the details. We also have a full packing list that we can link in the description that we usually use to go through and just make sure we haven't missed anything, and also just kind of, yeah, get an idea of what exactly we need to bring. These packing cubes are from Trip Travel Gear, and they're also amazing because they're compression, as you can just see. They just compress down and save you a lot of space. Won't help with the weight of your bag, but definitely help with the space of it. Oh man. I packed this one too quickly. I made it really disproportionate on this side. Still works though. Wow, this is so satisfying. I genuinely love wearing a backpack when we travel. There's something just comforting about having everything on your back, and I do actually really miss traveling with my backpack. But this whole packing cubes in a geometric arrangement that actually logically makes sense is so satisfying to me. I actually love this so much. It just looks so nice, especially because all my packing cubes are the same color, so it's just so satisfying. I also got this super fun new jacket. Eric found this for me at the thrift store over Christmas, and I just think it's so epic. I think I'm gonna take it along. It's nice and thin at least, so I think it'll be like a nice, easy to pack thing. We'll see later. That might be coming back out if there's no space, so. I just love me a good retro jacket. That's always one funny thing for me about traveling versus my at-home style, because when I'm traveling, I just try to have like a very staple capsule wardrobe, so all very basic colors and patterns so that like all my bottoms match with my tops and stuff, you know, and that you can wear the same things over and over and no one really notices. But it's so funny to me because when I'm at home, I love wearing really bright colored things and really retro jackets, and known for wearing a ton of floral and the most chaotic patterns, but I often don't bring those sweaters along, A, because I only travel with one sweater, but also because it just doesn't work with the capsule wardrobe. But sometimes it makes me sad because sometimes I'm like, is this the real Sarah? If it's not just like pure chaotic outfits? Like I'm known to be like kind of hippie at home. I don't know. Oh my goodness. What have I done? Oh yeah, she going. I have a lot of space in my other one. Should have done this better, but just wrangling it here. Oh yeah. Good thing these packing cubes are tough. Yeah, baby. Oh, look at that. Without the bar in there, that is so stinking satisfying. I love this bag so much already. My new home. So, next thing, I'm just gonna start slotting in some of the random things I have to put in here. Oh, and also this is an extra pair of clothes. Obviously, I have to wear something on a travel day. So this is what I wear, my one sweater that I bring and these nice travel pants with tons of pockets. That's a good packing tip for you. Always make sure you're wearing an outfit that you're not bringing with, or the outfit you're actually gonna wear on the plane, so that you don't, the night before, have to be like, oh no, I have to put one full outfit back in my thing, you know? Logic. So I've got a towel, which is great to just roll up and shove in here somewhere. There we go. I've got a laundry bag, also shove along the side. This is just an inside out dry bag. I'm sure we're gonna be needing that because I anticipate doing a lot of water things where we're going. Hint, hint, if you haven't watched our last video. A speaker, because that's awesome to have whenever you travel. That can go in there. These actually go into my personal item, and yes, I do have a personal item as well. Let me grab it quick. So this is the bag that I travel with as a personal item. And it has fit, I know people ask me sometimes it seems too big for a personal item, but it fits under the seat all the time. And I've never had an issue where they don't let that happen. I'm sure we'll probably encounter some really small planes where we'll probably end up having to just pay for these anyways because the plane is so tiny anyways. And then this will just be the carry-on. So I'm not too worried about it. It's worked all the time so far. But truthfully, this usually ends up being 90% camera gear anyways. So there's not that much stuff that actually becomes my own. I usually just keep this little section for things like sunglasses and other things that I'll show you soon. And so the last section of things that I need to pack are the miscellaneous things. This is just random things that I shove in all the cracks. So I kind of compiled a bunch of it into this bag already, but this is just a random cloth bag. A hat, I actually upgraded to this cute hat instead of my Nike one. I thought maybe I'll wear it more often if it kind of looks cute and goes with some style, so we'll see how that goes. Don't quote me on it. I'm not a big hat wearer. I have a Kobo that goes in here. Next, we have hygiene stuff. I'm actually gonna transfer all of this over to a new Trip Travel Gear hygiene bag because, let me show you. They have this really handy liquids bag, so it actually is the right size for your liquids to go in it for carry-on. Because we checked a bag before, it never really mattered. We just had our liquids in this. But because they're actually gonna care a lot more now, we have this nice little see-through bag. So I'm just gonna transfer everything over to these bags quick. Now look how nice this liquid bag looks. This is actually so satisfying. It's all arranged and you can see what you have and you know it will fit in the requirements. Also, one of the best inventions ever is shampoo bars. If you're not using this for travel, what are you even doing? It's so nice to not have to carry around any size shampoo. It's just a bar, so it's not a liquid. I love it. Toothbrush goes in my personal item, as well as deodorant because no one wants to be stinky on a travel day. What else? Oh yeah, and I have this bag, which is, I don't know if it was a pencil case before or a makeup bag or something, but this is what I just keep all my personal item things in, and it's actually perfect. It has my medication. I have some jet lag pills that I just got, chapstick, you know, some Advil for the plane, those kind of things, pens, and it just fits into this nice little baggie. And so that goes in the top of here, along with my wallet, money, and that's pretty much everything in there. We've got a little clothesline, vitamins I need to find a way. Those go in there. Retainer, headlamp, and that's everything. That's done. So now I just need to get these last few things in here. Zip this bubble up. Oh wow, yeah, this is awesome. Look at this thing. It's got everything we need, all our hygiene stuff, nail clippers, it's got tweezers, all medicine stuff, all in this handy little pack. Oh, and that slots in perfect. Wow. This is actually so satisfying. I can't even tell you how much I love this right now. Oh, baby. Look at this. Oh, I really didn't utilize these pockets at all, but I'm sure I'll find a way as I get used to this bag. Oh my goodness, that is very satisfying. Look at that. Everything's got a place. It's all nicely arranged. Now I just need to close it up. Nice strong zippers. Oh yeah, look at this thing. This is everything I'm taking with me. Well, and this, but wow. I'm very excited about this. This feels very weird to be traveling with this kind of suitcase, but I'm here for it. I'm here for like the non-back issues that I'm gonna have this year of travel. Awesome. Okay, so lastly, let's talk about all the things that I'm not bringing that allowed me to fit everything in that big bag into here that I needed. So first thing is anything jean. I do like to bring a pair of jean shorts when I have the room, but honestly, it just adds so much space and weight that it's one of the first things that I ditch if I'm gonna be packing really light. Same with jean pants. It's gonna be so hot, and if you're gonna give up something, you might as well just give up jeans because these things really do not pack small. So there's a lot of other pant options that are just way better than anything jean. Next, I'd say sweaters. I already travel very minimalistically, I'd say, with clothes, and only travel with one hoodie and this one cardigan. I'd say sweaters are the number one way you can save space. Try to find one sweater that's just a staple that you can wear with anything, and then you don't have to carry around all this extra bulk. Honestly, on this one especially, I'm just gonna have the one sweater I wear on travel days, and I'm just gonna commit to wearing that all the time. I do love traveling with this cardigan, but I think I'm gonna just try to find something a lot thinner over there because this is pretty knit and still really warm and bulky. So I'm gonna try to find like a linen shirt when we're actually traveling. Same with shorts. These shorts, anything really cottony is pretty bulky too. So if you can opt for anything linen that packs way smaller, you can roll it way smaller, and you'll just be able to actually have a lighter bag as well. Same applies to t-shirts, obviously. I packed only really thin textured, thin, what is the word? Thin textiles? Thin type of material. Let's say that, thin type of material. And also dresses. I know this is really a personal preference. I don't wear a lot of dresses anyways. On our last trip to Mexico, I brought 2 dresses, but this time I'm just gonna bring one that's really light. And I had to kind of just choose between the 2, whichever I think I'll wear more often. But I'd say that's a big thing, is just limiting the number of super nice clothes. Again, very much a personal preference because I know some people like to look nice all the time, but I'd say just be realistic about how often you're actually gonna wear like a super nice going out outfit, and can you just get by with just having one of them. Next, shoes. Shoes are probably arguably the hardest thing to decide when you're traveling because they're on your feet all the time, and you need to be comfy and you need to be stylish, but you also need to be able to hike, and you need to go to the beach, and you need to go to all the options. So it's really hard to decide on shoes, but also they're the thing that probably adds the most bulk and the most weight to your suitcase. So you need to just be really picky about this. I traveled with these sandals on our last trip, but I'm gonna just ditch these and leave them behind and just stick to just my Chacos as sandals to wear to the beach and things and on hikes. And then I'm just gonna wear one other pair of runners that I will wear on the plane, and then that's what I'll actually use the rest of the time. So just 2 pairs of shoes. I know it's very hard to do, but if you can find 2 pairs of staple shoes, that'll save you so much room in your carry-on. And lastly, it's just liquids, obviously. We've been traveling around with really big things of sunscreen and stuff just because we can, and we were checking our bag anyways, but it just adds so much weight to your bag, and honestly it's pretty unnecessary. Obviously you save a little bit of money buying it before you go because it is the price is kind of jacked up sometimes in other countries, but I mean the price of checking a bag is not more worth it than just buying sunscreen somewhere else. And for liquids, you really can buy most things where you're going, so just don't overpack on liquids or any hygiene stuff because you can seriously just buy it all. Same with medicine and stuff, unless obviously you have a prescription. Don't follow me on that, but I'm saying for basic over-the-counter stuff. And yeah, lastly would just be vitamins. I sometimes just travel with like multiple different bottles of vitamins, but this time I just actually counted out for the number of days that we're gonna be gone, and I'm just gonna bring just that amount in that one bottle I showed you. So I mix them all together in a bottle, which I've heard mixed reviews online. Some people say you can't do that, like it has to have the labels, but I've kind of always done that and just mixed all my vitamins together and no one's ever questioned it. So I don't know, knock on wood, no one cares, but that's how I'm gonna be saving space. Look at it, thing of beauty. Eric, can you hear me? Yeah. You should come in here. I did it.
Wow, you did it.
I did it. It's all in here.
Everything's in there?
Yeah. It's a whole bag.
This is everything.
That's everything. And then just the camera stuff that has to go in there.
That's actually perfect.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Doesn't even feel that heavy either.
I'll be the judge of that because I'm probably going to be the one carrying it.
Excuse me, no you won't. I am a strong, independent woman until I want to be a lazy, independent woman.
That's right.
Not bad, eh?
Yeah, I think that's fantastic.
Well, hope you like this video. Really excited to try these out as we travel around this year.
Oh yeah.
I think it's going to be a whole new thing for us. So
yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully, my biggest worry is that I'm going to forget that I'm not wearing a backpack and I'm just going to forget to hold this thing and just leave it somewhere in the airport,
I really hope that doesn't happen.
so too. I'm just so used to everything being on my back that I don't even think twice about it. But I think it'll be great. So stay tuned for how we like them. See you in the next one.